Congress President Kharge has come out with a statement claiming that India will become a dictatorship if Modi is elected to power, calling the RSS and BJP poison to India's democratic values. He has also compared India to Putin's Russia, calling 2024 the last election we will ever have. So on what basis is the Congress making this claim? Is this a self-goal since it is the Congress who has emergency imposed by its former Prime Minister? Also, shouldn't the Congress be fighting on a future of hope rather than spreading fear in the voters? Of course, in fact, joining us on the broadcast to give us his perspectives on this is Mr. Manjinder Singh Sirsa, BJP National Secretary. Good afternoon, sir, and thank you so much for taking out time and, speaking to us on NewsX. I'm going to kickstart this conversation by asking you, do you think Congress is using fear for votes in 2024, especially with, the comments and the remarks that have been made?
नो डाउट ये कांग्रेस की को पता है कि उनकी लास्ट उम्मीद है कि उनको कोई 2-3 सीटें आ जाएं। खड़गे जी की स्टेटमेंट सेइंग दैट अगर मोदी जी 2024 में फिर से पीएम आ गए, अगर तो सबको पता है कि देश में अगर मगर नहीं है कुछ भी, देश के जन जन की आवाज है कि मोदी जी की सरकार तीसरी बार आएगी और आगे से ज्यादा जनमत के साथ आएगी। और ऐसे में सेइंग कि जी वो यहाँ पे ऐसा राज ला देंगे, यहाँ पे डिक्टेटरशिप ला के दे देंगे, यहाँ पे इमरजेंसी लगा देंगे, ये तो दोबारा चुनाव ही नहीं कराएंगे। द पर्सन हु इज गेटिंग मैंडेट एवरी टाइम मोर देन द लास्ट टाइम, फर्स्ट टाइम उनको सीटें आई, उसके बाद उससे ज्यादा आई, तीसरी बार उससे भी ज्यादा आएंगी। तो ये पब्लिक क्या जो उनके प्रति भावना है, दैट इज फॉर अ रीजन, बिकॉज टुडे एवरीबडी फील्स कि हमारा भारत देश जो है दुनिया के आज सबसे ऊंचे स्थानों में गिना जाता है। वो प्रधानमंत्री, वो राष्ट्रपति जो भारत को कभी कुछ समझते ही नहीं थे, आज भारत को सर कह के हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी को, या भारत के ऊपर उनका इतना विश्वास है। थोड़े दिन पहले रशिया ने फिर से अपनी स्टेटमेंट दी कि भारत एक ऐसा देश है जो बहुत तेजी से प्रगति करता है और भारत के प्रधानमंत्री को कोई मजबूर नहीं कर सकता कोई भी ऐसा काम करने को जो उनके देश हित में ना हो। और ऐसे में एक तरफ राहुल गांधी हैं जिनको यही नहीं पता कि डीजल पेट्रोल पे जीएसटी है या नहीं है, जो बेचारे अभी तक स्टोव के अंदर कोला डालने का काम कर रहे हैं, जो अभी तक सोना आलू डालो और सोना बाहर निकलेगा ऐसी मशीनें का बात कर रहे हैं, जिनको भ्रष्टाचार और बलात्कार के बीच में अंतर नहीं पता। ऐसे लोग हैं जो चाइना की भाषा बोलते हैं, जो पाकिस्तान में सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक होने पे वहाँ के सबूत मांगते हैं। ऐसे लोग हैं जिनके समय में 2G, 3G, जीजाजी, कोल स्कैम, कोई ऐसा स्कैम नहीं दुनिया का। ऐसे लोग हैं जिनके ऊपर इतने धोखाधड़ी के देश के साथ, देश की वो जायदाद को हड़पने के, जो देश का न्यूज़पेपर था आज़ादी के वक्त, ऐसे हेराल्ड की न्यूज़पेपर की प्रॉपर्टी हड़पने के दोष में वो जमानत पे हैं। तो खड़गे जी की फ्रस्ट्रेशन हम समझ सकते हैं। खड़गे जी एक बहुत फ्रस्ट्रेटेड है। कांग्रेस का गिरता ग्राफ, कांग्रेस का खात्मा देश के अंदर, कांग्रेस की जो खत्म होता वजूद है, उसके चलते खड़गे जी की एसटी स्टेटमेंट। लेकिन हमें अफसोस है कि हमारे देश के लोगों के मन में जो भय पैदा करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं, देश के लोग समझदार, उनको पता है भय 1975 की इमरजेंसी का था, भय अगर हुआ था तो 1984 के कत्लेआम का था, भय अगर था तो भागलपुर से लेके मुंबई के दंगे फसाद का था, तो भय वो था जब राजीव गांधी या इंदिरा गांधी या उनके ग्रैंडफादर पंडित जवाहरलाल नेहरू जी का राज था। आज सबको अपनी बात रखने का मौका है, सबके लिए खुली है। और अब देखिए देश के अंदर कितना बदलाव आया। एक वक्त ये था कि तुष्टीकरण की राजनीति की जाती थी, आज भारत की संस्कृति को आगे बढ़ाया जाता है। इसलिए खड़गे जी बेचारे क्या करेंगे, बोलेंगे तो नहीं, क्या बोलेंगे। अब देखिए, हैव यू हर्ड दिस वन स्टेटमेंट ऑफ खड़गे जी सेइंग, जब राहुल गांधी जी के नारे लग रहे थे कि चुप कर जाओ, सुन लो, मैं आपको समझाने आया हूं, तो उनका तो बेचारों की बात भी कोई नहीं सुनना चाहता। वहां लोग राहुल गांधी के नारे लगा रहे हैं, उनको बेइज्जत कर रहे हैं नेशनल प्रेसिडेंट को। तो इसलिए खड़गे जी की फ्रस्ट्रेशन है, नथिंग मोर देन दैट।
राइट, एब्सोल्युटली। आपने अभी संस्कृति आगे बढ़ाने की बात करी है, जो अभी मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे ने जो कमेंट्स बनाए हैं, डू यू थिंक द कांग्रेस हैज नो प्लान्स टू प्रोवाइड, टू डिलीवर विद सच स्टेटमेंट्स कमिंग इन?
नो, बट they never had any plan to deliver. Basically, they never had thought of this nation. For them, nation is not first. For them, family is first. For them, Gandhi is first. So for them, there is no nation word, there is no country word, there is no nationalism. For them, only thing is money, 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 and money. So that is the only purpose for them to get into the power is to mint more money and then to mint more money and then to mint more money, to be a 2G, 3G and Jijaji, and that all scams. That is the sole agenda of Congress, nothing more than that. They are not concerned about our country. They have been concerned in last 75 years. They were ruling in almost more than 60 years, six decades of rule, and still this country was fighting with the poverty and this kind of a social stigma here in this country. So they have no agenda for this nation. The only agenda is to rule this country, to mint more and more and more money, to fill up their coffers.
Right, so absolutely. Now, how are you debunking this remark made by Mallikarjun Kharge?
We need not to debunk. The people of this country, the voter of this nation, very well knew that what is the difference between country's Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji and those who are sitting in opposition. The opposition has only one agenda. They came together in the name of India Alliance, and the sole purpose was to save themselves from ED and from CBI, from the corruption cases and from the money they have gathered. So the people of this country know कि मोदी है तो सब कुछ मुमकिन है, मोदी है तो देश के लिए है, मोदी है तो मोदी की गारंटी की गारंटी है, और मोदी है तो हमारे घर तक सीधी सुख सुविधाएं और हमारे घर तक सीधी हमारे अकाउंट तक हमें लाभ मिलेगा। लाभार्थी जानता है कि अगर मोदी है तो मेरे और मोदी के बीच में और कोई नहीं है, और इसलिए हमें खड़गे जी की बातों की चिंता नहीं है, ना ही हमें उनके बयानों को जवाब देने की जरूरत है। देश के लोग और देश की जनता जो है खड़गे जी को जवाब दे रही। यही कारण है राहुल गांधी देश जोड़ने की बातें करें, जुड़े देश को जोड़ने की बातें करते हैं, फिर न्याय यात्रा निकालते हैं। अब न्याय यात्रा निकालनी है तो कम से कम 1984 के विक्टिम्स के घर से निकाले। न्याय यात्रा निकालनी है तो श्रीनगर से जिन लोगों को, कश्मीरी पंडितों को उजाड़ा गया, जिनका सामूहिक तौर पर कितने बच्चियों के बलात्कार किए गए, उनको मारा गया, उनके घरों से न्याय यात्रा निकाले। और न्याय यात्रा निकालनी है तो उस गैस त्रासदी के लोगों के घर से निकालें जो आपकी पिताजी द्वारा दी गई है। तो इसलिए ये कारण है कि आज राहुल गांधी को सड़कों पे आना पड़ रहा है, क्योंकि उनकी कोई बात सुनने को तैयार नहीं है।
Right, absolutely. Of course, touched upon the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, but what does this tell us about the Congress is doing? Of course, as you mentioned, the Bharat Jodo Nyaya Yatra, they're saying that we're going to unite this country together. We're going to march from Manipur to Kanyakumari. It's unifying everyone together. But meanwhile, they're spreading fear with these comments. What does that say about the Congress?
So you can very well understand the thought process of Congress. The Congress, after ruling 6 decades in this country, is still not aware that whether this country is united or not. They are saying कि हम भारत जोड़ो यात्रा करें, तो भारत तो जुड़ा है तो ही तो भारत है। अब बेसिक जो इनको बेसिक चीजों का नहीं पता, जिनको बेसिक एजेंडा नहीं पता, उनको किसी ने बता दिया कि गोरों ने ऐसे राज किया था। वो ब्रिटिश जब इंडिया में आए थे तो एक ब्रिटिश इंडिया कंपनी बनाकर लेके आए थे। उन्होंने भी ये कहा था कि इंडिया का नाम इस्तेमाल किया था, आप भी इंडिया का नाम इस्तेमाल करोगे तो आपको भी मौका मिल सकता है। तो उन्होंने सोचा कि हम इंडिया का नाम इस्तेमाल करते हैं, हम भी गोरों की तरह बेवकूफ बनाते हैं। हम भारत जोड़ने की बात करते हैं तो भारत तो पहले से जुड़ा है। हम भारत न्याय यात्रा निकालते हैं तो किसको न्याय देना है? आज तो आप सोचिए, एक साधारण इंसान जो रिक्शा चालक है, जो गरीब है, जिसके घर में एक वक्त की रोटी भी नहीं होती थी, आज वो भरपेट खाना भी खाता और उसको भी न्याय मिलता है। पर राहुल गांधी लिविंग इन दैट ओल्ड एजेस, जो उनके ग्रैंडमदर और उनके ग्रेट ग्रैंडफादर का समा था, अभी तक राहुल गांधी उस मत से बाहर निकल नहीं पा रहे। सो कांग्रेस इज नॉट एट ऑल आवर क्वेश्चन, आवर क्वेश्चन इज दिस नेशन। हम इस देश के गरीब की चिंता कर रहे हैं, हमें कांग्रेस की कोई चिंता नहीं। कांग्रेस अपने आप ही अपनी बीमारियों के चलते बीमार होती जा रही है और खत्म होती जा रही है। वो अपनी खुद की बीमारियों से मर जाएगी, हमें उसके लिए कुछ करने की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी। हमें भारत के उस गरीब तक पहुंचना है जिसके घर पे 3 वक्त का राशन पहुंचा है। हमने उसके घर पहुंचाया, उसको घर बना के दिया, उसको छत दी है, उसको शौचालय बना के दिया। अब हमारा काम उसके बच्चे को नौकरी देना, हमारा काम है उसके बच्चे का जीवन स्तर ऊपर लेके आना, हमारा काम है उनको भी मिडिल क्लास तक पहुंचाना, गरीबी की रेखा से बाहर निकाल लेना। हमारा देश के प्रधानमंत्री का ये एजेंडा है, हमारा एजेंडा कांग्रेस नहीं है। कांग्रेस तो अपनी बीमारी से खुद ही मर जाएगी।
Right, absolutely. And BJP is, of course, everyone perceives BJP with the word guarantee, कि हम आपको ये गारंटी देंगे, हम ये करेंगे। And of course, we've seen so many advancements take place in the course of the last 9 years, whether it's AI, silicon, space, reviving the history, culture. There's been so much that's happened. So, if BJP comes back in power in these elections, what should we as voters expect?
So first you need to remove this word if. There is no if but. There is only one thing, that Narendra Modi ji will come into the power as the third time as a prime minister and that too with a huge margin, and that too with a more mandate than the last two elections, first of all. Secondly, as prime minister has committed to his nation, committed to his voters, that will be the third largest economy in this world. We are the country with the second largest manufacturing hub in this country. We are the country now who has got its own warfares, may it be an aircraft, may it be a tanks, or may it be we need to reach to the moon. Today we are the only country जो साउथ मून के पोल तक पहुंचा है. चंद्रयान को एक हमने सफल अभियान के रूप में देखा है. सो दिस कंट्री इज मार्चिंग अहेड लाइक एनीथिंग. हमारे देश की जो ताकत है वो हमारे देश के लोगों में है. प्रधानमंत्री जी ने इस चीज को समझा है और इस चीज के ऊपर ऐसा काम किया है कि आज छोर के आखिरी कोने पे, देहात गांव के आखिरी कोने पे, जो गरीब के घर तक कभी कोई सोच जाने की नहीं सोचता था, प्रधानमंत्री जी ने उसके घर से काम शुरू किया. अगर मुझे भारत को विकसित बनाना है, विकसित भारत तभी विकसित होगा जब गरीबी रेखा से नीचे खड़ा गरीब भी ये महसूस करेगा कि आज मैं गरीब नहीं हूं, मेरा भारत अगर आगे बढ़ रहा है तो मैं भी उसके साथ आगे बढ़ रहा हूं. सो दैट इज द एजेंडा. एज अ वोटर आई मस्ट अश्योर यू वन थिंग, you will see this nation changing. You have seen this 9 years. ये 9 years की चेंज जो है भारत के पिछले 75 साल के मुकाबले 10 गुना बहुत तेजी से और है. जो 75 साल में हम नहीं कर पाए उसको 9 सालों में, और उससे 10 गुना हमने और इन 9 सालों में किया है. और प्रधानमंत्री जी का यह आश्वासन है कि अगले 5 सालों बाद भारत हर तरीके से समृद्ध होगा, भारत हर तरीके से परफेक्ट होगा. भारत का गरीब से गरीब इंसान जो कभी कल्पना नहीं करता था कि उसको भी आर्थिक तौर पर वो भी कभी मजबूत हो सकता है, तो वो गरीब दीदी को बनाने का, लखपति बनाने का जो एजेंडा है भारत के प्रधानमंत्री का, हर गरीब को लखपति बनाना है. खाली उसको रोजगार देना है, उसको घर देना है, उसको शौचालय देना है, उसको फ्री मुफ्त गैस देना है, ये नहीं है. खाली उसको गरीब को लखपति बनाना है. ये भारत के प्रधानमंत्री का एक सोल एजेंडा है. भारत के प्रधानमंत्री जब हमारे भी मीटिंग लेते हैं तो एक ही बात कहते हैं, गरीब से गरीब तक जाओ, उसकी बात सुनो, उसके तक कौन सी अभी तक चीज नहीं पहुंच पाई वो पहुंचाओ. अगर उस पर सब कुछ पहुंच गया है तो उसका घर आगे तेजी से कैसे बढ़ सकता है, वो कैसे कारोबार कर सकता है, वो कैसे व्यापार कर सकता है, उसके बच्चे आगे कैसे व्यापार कारोबार कर सकते हैं, वो देश के आगे कैसे प्रगति का हिस्सा बन सकते हैं, इसकी चिंता आपको करनी है. सो आई फील दैट वी गॉट अ प्राइम मिनिस्टर. वी आर सो लकी एज अ इंडियंस. आई मस्ट से आई एम अ प्राउड इंडियन दैट वी गॉट अ प्राउड प्राइम मिनिस्टर लाइक नरेंद्र मोदी. वी आर प्राउड ऑफ दैट कि हमें पास नरेंद्र मोदी एक प्रधानमंत्री हैं जिसको पूरी दुनिया आज मान करती है, वो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री है. सो दिस इज हाउ कंट्री गोना चेंज इन नेक्स्ट कमिंग 5 years.
Right, sir, absolutely. Of course, 2047 is the big vision, and of course, you've given our viewers a glimpse of what we should be expecting in the upcoming years. I'd like to thank you for joining us on the broadcast and sharing all those all your perspectives and giving us an understanding on what's coming next. Thank you, sir. Meanwhile, of course, we're in fact also being joined by Said Nasir Hussain. He's a Rajya Sabha MP. Good afternoon, sir, and thank you so much for speaking to us on NewsX. We've, of course, heard what Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge had to say, but is it just provocative statement bazi to create conversation, or has the Congress President crossed a line, in your opinion?
I think Congress President was very clear in what he was speaking. I was there on the dais in Bhubaneswar in Orissa. He was very clear. He narrated what all has happened in this past 10 years in the NDA government, as to how the constitution has been subverted, as to how the democratical tradition has been forgotten, as to how the central agencies are being misused, as to how even judiciary and election commission are being misused to the extent of serving only the people, those who are there in power. He has narrated everything, and he has said, if the same regime continues, if the same people are elected to the power, then democracy is in danger, and then it could also see an end to the elections in the days to come, and it could go the way the dictators are doing in other countries. I think he quoted 1 or 2 countries also. But what is more important is, why is that the Congress President saying all this, or why is that the opposition party is saying all this? See, what has happened in the last 10 years? All institutions like CBI, ED, IT, everything has been misused. You tell me one person from BJP who has been given someone, who has been indicted, who has been called who has been called by these agencies. All those people, all those leaders in the opposition parties who were targeted by these agencies are in BJP now. And now they don't receive any summons. They are not called by the ED and all these agencies. They are not indicted. They are not interrogated. Everything stops the moment they join Bharatiya Janata Party. There's a clear track record. Now, how did the parties, especially in Maharashtra, NCP and Shiv Sena, break? What was that was used against these people to break away from them? Cases were opened in ED and IT. And the same people who left Shiv Sena and went to BJP were pardoned. They say there's no cases now. What happened to the people? What was there? All these people used to say that Ajit Pawar is the most corrupt politician in Maharashtra. This was what the BJP used to say. Now after Ajit Pawar broke away, now he is in power of BJP in Maharashtra. What are they doing with Hemant Soren in Jharkhand? They are sending summons to him. What happened to Kejriwal? See, all this, if you look at the track record, it is very clear there's no democracy in the country. Democratic traditions have been forgotten. Now they want to rule this country by hook or crook. They want to rule in every state of this country by hook or crook. No scant respect for all the traditions and conventions that have been followed in our parliamentary democracy for the past 75 years. People speak of development. Somebody was speaking about jobs now. Somebody was speaking about reaching out to the poor people. 23 crore people have gone below the poverty line in the last 10 years. 23 crore people. There is data available. And it's not my data. It's the data of the government. And jobs. He said 2 crores per year. 20 crore jobs must have been given to the people of India. Where are jobs? Where are jobs that he had promised? He said by 2022, every Indian will get a pakka house in this country. What has happened? Now it is 2024. He said that Kisan will double their income. There will be MSP given to them. What has happened to the Kisan? He said that would be around 2022. Now 2024, what has happened to that? They are speaking about lighting. They are speaking about Sauchalayas. Let them give the data to the people of this country what they have done on this. Per capita income is falling. Exports are falling. Industrial production is falling. Agricultural production is falling. Investment is not coming. So what is that you are given to this country? Hello slogans, big talk. They speak about Gaurav. What Gaurav? When the people are hungry on the streets of our country, how can they feel? How can they have the pride in their hearts and head when their stomach is empty? So big claims by the Prime Minister has always been there. What is important is data. What is important is statistics. What is important is actually if anything has been delivered to the people of this country. Simple record that 23 crore people in this country has been pushed back to below poverty line is the biggest indicator of what development has taken place in this country in the past 10 years. Congress president was very clear. He said that everything is being misused, everything is being muzzled. Neither the journalists are spared, nor the academicians are spared, nor the politicians are spared, neither businessmen or the players are spared. Strong arm tactics and muzzles being used through these agencies is the order of the day. He has been very apt in saying that if the same regime continues, there could possibly be no elections in the days to come.
Right, so absolutely. I request you to stay on with us. We're in fact also being joined by Mr. Udit Raj, Congress MP. Good afternoon, sir, and thank you so much for taking out time and speaking to us on NewsX. Of course, so we're talking about the statements and remarks that were made by Congress President Mallikarjun Kharge. He warned the country that if PM Modi comes into power for the third time, this is going to be in fact the last election. Now India's voters are in fact looking at progress, they're looking at hope. But you know what is being labelled over here, the way this has been stated is in fact, it's bringing out the people's worst fears. So what do you make, I mean, what do you want to say on this?
See, there are a number of symptoms on the basis of which you can draw conclusion that India is not going to have any democracy after 2024 election if Mr. Modi comes back in power. What happened in Parliament after suspending 147 MPs and they passed the criminal laws? One. And second, that one nation, one election. What is that? This against the spirit of the parliamentary democracy. And third, of course, Chief Minister, they are hunting him like he is a thief, like Hemant Soren. And had he been ally of BJP, and nothing could have happened, and he would have been rewarded. What happened that when Mr. Modi said that Ajit Pawar and all they have embezzled worth 70,000 crores. It's a promise of Mr. Modi to send them jail. Instead of sending them jail, after 2-3 days, they made him Deputy Chief Minister. So what happened? There are a number of the cases, number of things they are doing. They are going after Lalu Yadav, they are going after Tejasvi Yadav, they are going after all opposition. What is that? It's a democracy. And of course, the journalists are languishing in jail. And of course, the way the social media is also being controlled, and mainstream media is already controlled. So what happened is that, what is this? It's like a Russian system, a Chinese system, though there are political parties, but that is for namesake. Same thing is going to happen in this country after 2024 Lok Sabha election, if Mr. Modi comes back. And he has not only this thing, he has behaved with the position, but in his own party. He has finished all his leadership. What happened? Mentors, all those who were not even known, they were worried about their MLA seat, and they could get it, and then suddenly they become chief minister. What is that? What is this? There is no democracy in the BJP. There is no democracy in the government, and this prime minister speaks on behalf of all ministers, as if ministers have nothing to do with it, and MPs and ministers have been reduced to nothing. That's the PMO which is controlling everything. The entire power is concentrated in the hand of one institution, one or two institutions like Home Ministry and Prime Minister. So, isn't that not true that if he returns back to the power, there will not be a democracy left in the country? I do support what Kharge has said.
All right, sir, I request you to stay on with us. Let's quickly go back to Mr. Saeed Nasir Hussain. So isn't this attack a slippery slope for the Congress given what happened? All right, I'm being told that that call line has been cut. Still with us on the broadcast is Mr. Udit Raj. So I'm going to propose the same question to you. Isn't this attack a slippery slope for the Congress given what happened in 1975?
See, that time also, of course, that was a bad. However, could you, if it was like this, then of course he would have not been defeated. Now what happened? EVM is massively used. Why we are asking that let's go back to ballot paper? Why the government is not agreeing? And the election commission and all, they all are the part of the BJP. So you can't compare. Now we are facing worse situation, worse than that situation. Of course, that was a very undesirable thing, but still that was much better. Otherwise, you would have not allowed to have election. And even if the election was there, and that could have been rigged. But what happened? That the employees and officers and election missionaries, they were free at that time. Now they are not free. Where are 19 lakhs EVM? And why the election commission is not giving the date to the opposition? Opposition is asking that if you cannot replace EVM, then of course let there be a voter slip, and a voter gets it in his hand and puts in the box. Why the election commission not agree? That means that they are rigging the poll.
Right, so absolutely, I mean, Congress, we expect the Congress to, in fact, deliver better development plans. So, I mean, we really want to understand where is it? How will we build AI, Silicon space, revive history, culture? Why are we spending time and energy on, why aren't we spending time and energy on this and instead crying about, the fact that there's going to be this crying dictator that's happening over here? Why aren't we spending our energy on the other things involved?
You're asking me?
Yes, I'm asking you.
Say it again.
So my question to you is that, of course, we're expecting the Congress to offer better development plans. We're really expecting and hoping for it. How will
I got your point. What happened? The Congress had and it's proved
So
what
wait-
has been done.
so
See,
wait-
what happened is not the development which is material now. It's not the plan which is important. We have a better plan, but what happened? When
No.
there is a rigging, then misuse of the ED, income tax, CBI, when the people are haunted, and then of course Hindu-Muslim divide, communalism, all these things have masked, all these things have confused to the people to know that what is good for them and what is not.
No, but
so
so
that is the problem.
Right.
And in fact, what happened in the past, people who are in the government, if they want to destroy the country, they can destroy the country. Because they have army, they have machinery, they have IB, CBI, everything, everything. It was Nehruji who had established the democracy. Had Nehruji not done, had he not allowed, and country would have gone in another way,
But
other
sir,
direction.
we're trying to now look at a progressive stance. So that's why the question is, how will we build on AI silicon space to revive the history and culture? If the Congress comes into power, what in between all of these and above and beyond all of this will the Congress deliver?
Naturally, Congress has got this country free. It's a Congress who made this country a democratic country, established this country. Not even needle was being manufactured at that time. It's Congress who gave the constitution. It's Congress who gave the electoral democracy. So Congress, its inherent nature is to cater all such things. It will automatically follow. What they have been doing in the past, that will follow. Thank you so much.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.